All right, greetings. It is week 4 of our Magic Realm 12-point sprint. The last week, or is it? Because we upped the points to 12 because both the previous games had ended very early. This one does not look quite as ready to end. And so we may have overshot the mark here a little bit, but we're going to see. So so what we have to do before anything else, our scores are 7.5, 7.5, 5, and 3. So the Warlock got on the board, got himself 3 points there. The Thief scored. Everybody scored, but not quite as many points as I expected, or at least was ready from the first 2 weeks. So, but we're still on a good pace here, and we only need 4.5 points, and that's certainly possible. The Barrow Wight's going to score here soon. Maybe. I do think the Thief and the I think the Warlock is behind and is stuck behind. So I am not in any way, shape, or form super jazzed about his chances. But he did pick up our guy here. And then I do think that he wants to try to get to. So he picked up his fan from the fan club. I think he's going to see if the city pops here. So, all right, let's do what we need to do. And before we even think about what we're going to do with each character, let's get our last. We have a storm is coming, so that's interesting. Old bones. Old bones can suck a little bit, depending. And then just the plain old elf. So the elf appears at a dwelling. $6 to hire, finds the woods. Here's the Elven Pathfinder. I don't have old bones. I don't have a storm, quote unquote. What I'm going to do is I am going to. So first thing is first. Let's get a storm token. Weather, storm. Okay, fine. There we go. So we got this storm token. So we roll 2 dice. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Well, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The storm is going to come on the 26th. If you are sheltered by the end of that day, you're good. If you're not sheltered, you're going to fatigue 1d6 asterisk. But if you are, you get a point. So that's good. That's like a free point coming to some of our characters. Interesting to note. So 2, the guard, the Elven Pathfinders of the guard. No one cares. By the way, no one's going to hire this guy at this juncture. Old bones, a random clearing in the crags. 6, crags 6. Oh, let's hear. And I don't have a counter for it. So let's put a counter that we can use for bones. What does bones look like? I don't know. It's a good question. None of those. Let's just get. Let's get. We'll put a frog. Done. There you go. This is my old bones. Is the frog. So he's in 6. So there you go. So we have something there. And we have the storm is coming. So not great in the sense that I'm just going to put this there because it doesn't really matter. It's not a ton of points on the board for our last week. But the nice thing is that pretty much everybody's going to get a point, really, if they play their cards right. It is sometimes difficult to meet your objectives and also take your get your point, but that could be up to 8.5. So you're really only looking at 3.5 points to have to get for some of our characters. The Crags doesn't look bad here for our guy. There's 3 points in the Crags for our Warlock. So maybe. But he's got to get there. It's a long way up in the crags, though. But for 3 points, what the hell? But you're missing that cash in the city. Ah, it sucks. Sucks. And your giant probably he's dead, so you only have one giant left. So I would love to get. I would probably so if we were going to do explore crags, I would probably ditch. I'd probably ditch Giant Slayer and City Cache. Because it's going to take a good 3 days. But again, remember, you're not racing the clock like you normally would, in which case Explore Crags would be ditched. You are racing the other players. So you're still 4.5 behind. And of course, but, what's the chance that they actually make it? Maybe they only get to like 9 points this last week. So we're going to have some time, is what I'm thinking. So we could either make our way through and try to get here and then go up to the crag. There you go. That's what we're going to do. So we've got the Warlock's move at least. And what that's going to be, frankly, we're going to cheese it. We're going to melt into mist. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We could easily melt into mist. 1, 2, 3, 4, and gain some time. I don't mind that. So let's go to 5. We're going to go Pine Woods 5. And we're going to melt into mist. So mist, and then move, and we should be in Pine Woods 5. Done. And he is done for his writing of day 22. What else do we got? Well, we got the Barrow Wight. Now the Barrow Wight is going to head 1, 2, 3, and he's going to challenge our guy right here. And he's going to have to be. So we are, so we're going to let him. I might change the challenge. Either you can choose hidden or unhidden, of course. You have to. You're going to become unhidden once you fight, but these guys aren't going to jump in effectively. Sort of a freebie, he meets you outside kind of the idea. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to come in with the Barrow Wight. We're going to be hidden and then move to the house where we're going to ambush and become enemies with everybody else because we don't care. We're the Barrow Wight, for crying out loud. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going to ambush this Lancer. And I think we can take him if we ambush him for certain. So done. The Goblin. So the Goblin, he's made his way down here for a reason. And that reason is to enter here. So we're going to hide, move into the cavern. Extra phase search done. And then our thief. She really needs to pop a. She was going to use this bridge here. She really needs to pop into a dwelling, pull some new cards. Troll Slayer is not going to cut it. But she needs to end her day in a place to get that done. And does she have? She has no. She has money, but she doesn't want to spend it. I suppose. And 1, 2, 3. We're gonna just have to see. So if she gets the altar here, then she's gonna go here. For sure. But I don't think we want Troll Slayer, frankly. So I think we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna end up in Pine Woods 2. I think we're gonna have to pull back as the thief. So we're gonna move. move, actually, right? Oops. Oh, we're getting a lot of moves here. Hold on. Oh, darn it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the ruins, 1. Runes 1. Done. And we're actually going to just head back here and hope to hide and be able to turn our crap in. So that is it for the day. And we're going to start here day 22. This is going to be our 4th week. Let's see what happens. It is 3 ogres, wolves, goblins, octopus. Okay. And who is first? Barrow Wight is first. He's going to go there. He rolls a single die to hide. Let's see if he's hidden. He is hidden for the Lancer. And he's done. The Goblin. Goblin moves. Gonna hide once. 1 die in caves. So that's sort of cool. He does. 1 die searching in caves. And he does. He's going to locate this guy here. He also gets to look. And he does indeed get the Lost City. So I suppose... what's he going to do? So he either finds this path. He's going to find this passage. That is his gig. So he finds a passage. And then we're going to pull all the monsters in the Lost City. So we got the Horde. We have Flutter. So more dragons. Holy crap. The pool in 6. So that's going to draw the octopus. The statue in 2. The altar in 1. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the locations here. That is going to leave 1 location. The shrine, I think the shrine is the only thing not found. I think that shrine is up here now. But we do get the pool. And the pool is going to draw that guy. So, that's it. He's done what he's done, and he's found the path. So he's found 5-3, cavern 5-3 green, and he is done. So, okay, that is the Goblin's turn. The Warlock's turn is to do what? Move to the woods. Melt it into mist. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and he is done. He does melt into mist, so he does burn that guy. Wait, does he have another one that's not quite as... Yeah, he has that one. So he's going to burn this one first, because this one is very costly for him. And he would get bones, but the bones are dead already because the Goblin killed them yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's going to get... Oh, she might get jumped there. Howl in caves. Howl C is going to bring our first set of goblins. But they don't appear on her, just in general in that tile on clearing 4. So that's what day 21 looks like. We have 1 fight, and that is this dude right here. So he is on his horse. He will be an L2 when he runs. So that's gonna suck for us. It's not a great fight. But it is winnable. But it's not a great fight. So we can't undercut him. Because when he goes to the melee step, he flips. So the question is, do you lure him? Of course, on round 1, he has the longest weapon in the game. In subsequent round, he is slower. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to, for round one, we are going to fight him. So he's going to be in L2 the entire time, like that. And so because we know we can't, we're not gonna auto hit him ever. So we're gonna just do that, and we're hoping for a 1 or a 4 round one. We get a 3, so that's not going to fly. He's going to go right down to there, and we're going to miss. Our weapon becomes alerted. Pointless, but it becomes alerted. And now he is on our sheet for real. So the question is, what do we do? I say we sick the militiaman on him. So we're going to lure him to this sheet. So again, he's going to be a time 2 every single time that he goes. And then we have the option then. So what we want to do is we want to play, so he goes faster. So if he lines up, actually, so he's going to still die if he lines up, but he will catch the horse first. So that's interesting. Ideally, we'd line up and catch the horse. So I think we're going to play, and we will play to fatigue. And we are definitely hoping that this guy slides down into our thing here. We're going to get a 33% chance this dude dies, a 66% chance this dude's horse dies, and then we can fight him from there. What do we do? What happens? A 5. So he flips down 1. That's good. Does he flip? And I should have rolled this last time. So he does flip. So what happens? Okay, so this attack goes off first and it misses because the horse is his defense of L2. My attack goes off and hits. And actually his attack is first because he's an M4. But so is this guy's a time 4 on this side. So he misses. Because he's not attacking me, he's attacking my guy. I hit because I intercept the horse, and I kill the horse with medium star damage. And that's it. I kill the horse. I have to fatigue. I am going to fatigue a fight M4. And so now I'm not going to play a move. I'm just going to play a fight. And man, our guy is going to kill him and he's going to go faster. So I think this is an auto kill for our dude, strangely enough. We're going to put him here, of course, we always do. 3. So he's going to go and flip down to there. Does he flip or not? He does flip back to this side. So this attack is fastest, L3. It hits him because he undercuts him and kills him, doing light star damage. The Lancers are light. So it kills the Lancer. Now the Lancer just goes home, technically, in the challenge. We get 9 prowess because it's +5. So we score a couple things. We score a challenge. So that's another point for our Barrow Wight. Is 8th card point, which is sort of fun. We also score 9 +5, so we score him 9 prowess, and we score his gold total +5, 7 gold. So we are so close to actually scoring both these categories. Is sort of funny, just not quite. But not quite. So that's that. How much gold does he have? He has 27. How much prowess does he have? 17. How many points does he have? 8.5. And then Lancer 3 goes back to wherever the Lancer stack actually is. I think they are still up there. Done. Okay. And the challenge is completed. He has lost. He is enemies with everyone. I'm just going to put that here. Enemies Everyone, all natives. Done. Everybody hates this guy because he is dishonorable. We'll do this. We'll do Barrow, Wight. Done. All right. He gets big game, though. And so if I'm to look at big game, I'm going to look at something close by. What can I pick off? There's nothing good. I'm not going to fight the bats. There are 5 of them. That is a death sentence for most characters in the game. I think I'm going to pick medium. So we're going to do big game and we're going to pick medium. And that's what we got to pick. Done. Does anyone else have anything they need done? I don't think so. I think everybody is complete now, and we are whole and ready for the next day. Keep in mind, time's ticking for the storm. Got to be done by 26. You got to be sheltered in place. Unfortunately, the Goblin is stuck with both. The octopus and the horde are in the same spot, so that sucks. Man, that would be so nice if these were separate, but he does not have that option. He does have locate the statue, though, so that can score him a point. So first, the Barrow Wight has to go. So as I said, I think what I'm going to do for challenges allow you to meet. You don't have to then roll because otherwise, being an enemy with this, that will be you don't need to have another issue there, right? So he is done. Oh, and what we didn't do, by the way, is we didn't do plant flag. Darn it, sorry. So I think what we're going to do for plant flag is we don't need the rest this time. We could take the gold to try to get the points. We could obviously take the peasant and have this army of thralls. That's sort of intriguing. Even though they suck, that's still sort of fun. I have to think about that. We'll take the gold income. So our lands give us an income. It gives us 4 gold. And so we technically got 4 gold last time. So now we have 31 gold. And so that's sort of nice because that's going to give us a point of gold. Now all of a sudden we pull into the lead and we have 9.5 points. So he is doing it quick there. He's getting some points. So the Barrow Wight pulls into the lead this last week, the first day of the last week. So day 23, our Barrow Wight is going to head up. And man, those ghosts, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 1, 2, 3. I think we're just heading up. I think we're heading up to the mountain. Move into the mountain. Obviously we need to find the pool. Oh, and if we've ended our day here at the place, I'm gonna drop both of these. So sorry, I'm keep retrofitting shit, which I allow myself to do because I'm running 4 characters, so it's a little bit of there's a little bit of cognitive load that sometimes is bad. Rescue and locate shrine. All right. So that is very So rescue is pretty good. Locate shrine, not as good. Primarily because where the hell's the shrine? Shrine's got to be here. Okay, I will take that. So that doesn't change though what he's going to do. He's going to pull up here to the mountains. And done. That's going to be his move. If he does rescue, he's going to make a roll for that guy. And he's going to put it in the damn ghosts, frankly. The ghosts are not a bad kill for him, and so on. So, our goblin. That damn octopus is everyone's least favorite. It's a lot of folks. It's the least favorite creature. It kills a lot of dudes. Now, mind you, we can kill it on this side. So this goblin's pretty good on this side against the dude. We, though, can do heavy star damage, but only if our axe is ready, as opposed to this. So I think we're going to ready our axe first thing the next morning. I think that's what we're going to do. And we are going to go... We're going to hide, move, move. So extra hide, move, move to the statue. And we are done. Oh, that's the wrong guy. So day 23. There you go. Goblins. Done. We could pop the altar. And then ending a day in the chapel then would also give us a VP. So we'll think about that in addition. The thief, she right now is just trying to get rid of cards. So I think she goes 1, 2. She's going to extra move and then move to the guard, which she hates, and they hate her. Then she's going to hide and hide. Frankly, I say she burns Quiet Night. So that'll give her 2 cards at least, at the very least, and she can do that and get her free rest there, although, I mean, that doesn't matter, really. She could hire the Pathfinder, weirdly enough. And though that's not, I mean, that drops her a point, does it actually buy her anything? It's a good question. Yeah, probably not as much as we think it would. So we'll just hide again just to make sure, because we have enemies and we need to stay there to pop the cards. We'll burn Quiet Night. We'll make a decision about altar here in a minute. The Warlock is going to rest. Extra enchant and an enchant. He's going to get his purple magic back. That is done, unfortunately, and that is going to then cause him to rest 2 times. So he will also get that black token back as well. And he is done. So the only problem he has is, yes, because he can kill the octopus, actually. That is not an issue for him at all. So of all the characters, he is not quite as afraid of the octopus, with the caveat that can't be hidden and alert because you only get 2 phases in the caves. So I think everybody has a day 23 ready to go. We do. Let's now get a monster roll. 2 serpents and demons. So we're going to get some demon action. Is this day 23? Yes, it's day 23. Serpents, demons. Geez. Wait. Did we? We did not do day 23 yet, right? Day 23, day 23, 23, and 23, right? Okay. So there you go. So for day 23, serpents, demons, let's see what's what. It is the goblin first. So the goblin is trying to hide and get to the statue. So he's going to go here. He rolls a single die to hide. He succeeds, so he is hidden. And then the altar pulls the tremendous demon. Dun dun dun. Super dangerous dude. I mean, he's not. I mean, he is. Because this attack, super good. And then he flips, and he's not great, but if you can't kill a tremendous, you're dead in the water, and he's going to hit you. So, there you go. It's getting a little more dangerous every moment here. The Warlock is next, and the Warlock does not go in there. So the Warlock is going to rest once, enchant twice, so he does. Then he rests 2 more times to pull that back, and he is done, and nothing appears there. Our Barrow Wight goes into the mountains. Done. And our Thief is going to go here, and she's going to be hiding as many times as possible. She is hidden. And that's going to allow her to, and she's going to pop Quiet Night at the beginning of the day. So that gives her these 2 cards for sure. So those 2 cards are going away. I'm going to draw Quiet Night because she's allowed to do that. She gets Tiny Hut Visitor. That sucks because that's no points. Does she want to? No, she's not going to go for the altar. She's going to draw 2 more cards and be done. Rescue and White Source. White Source is pointless. Tiny Hut pointless. Okay. She can burn it, so she has Tiny Hut in a valley. She has White Source, which she's just going to burn, and then she has Rescue. That one's going to stick. Thief's gone. Everybody's gone. There's no fights. We are done with day 23. So our Barrow Wight, he's going to go 1, 2. Unfortunately, can't get his extra phase that day, so that's going to stink a little bit, but he doesn't need to. So he's going to pop, beginning of the day, he's going to pop Rescue. So let's roll Rescue. So for Rescue, he rolls a die, 3, so it's 5. It is the company. So the top member of the company is captured right there. We're going to rescue him. That is our guy, so right there. And he's going to put it on the ghosts because he's not in the tile. Now that rescue will move with the ghosts, and if the ghosts are killed by someone else, he's going to go away. But if the ghost, right? So that's great because now we can move in there and get the rescue and big game taken care of pretty much. So, and that's trivial because the ghosts are always on the prowl. So if we just go 1, 2, 3. So if we hide once and move into the valley, the ghosts will come to us, as will the rescue. So it's possible that we can score 1 point effectively because we still have to get back to a dwelling to do big game, to quote unquote tell the story. And that's it. So that's going to be pretty good, and that might be pretty much close to 2 points for us. He's going to hide, search for the statue. If he locates it, he's going to get a point there. The Thief, so she's swapped out her cards. She's going to burn Tiny Hut into a valley. So she just doesn't care. She's going to pull the Shaman into this valley and burn Tiny Hut. So we're actually going to just burn that card, and she'll burn White Source today too. Tomorrow she'll have 2 new cards. And then she needs to figure out who she's going to pull for a rescue. I think we're going to do it. And the question is who and where. So she's going to pull a rescue here. And she's going to just be stealth. That's going to be her gig. 1, so it's a 3 because the order never do it. So soldiers. So the top soldier is going to come off there, and we'll pull a rescue here. So she's been contracted by the soldiers to rescue their guy right here. Okay. So given that she knows that, she is going to move 1, 2, 3. So she's going to hide once, hide twice. She can. Extra move, move, and move. Nah, she's not. You know what? She's going to hide once, extra move, move, and move to the goblins. That gives her 1 extra phase to search if she discovers she's found him. Done. And she will score rescue. So that could be just 1 day. Done. She just pop that and be done right there. So we have day 24, day 24, day 24. Our Warlock. Okay, Warlock, what are you doing? Well, going to extra enchant. He's going to enchant to get black magic. He's going to rest. To get that gray back. And then, unfortunately, he can't move in. He's got to hide and hide. I mean, he's sort of stuck there. So he's just going to, I mean, whatever. He's preparing. Just a little too much of that for him, I think. Okay, so that's it for day 24. Let's get a monster roll out the door here. 3, so ogres, wolves, goblins, octopus. That can be a little dangerous for our thief who's walking straight into goblins. But hey, our goblin is thrilled. So our goblin is going to hide 1 die in the caves. He does, so he's hidden. He's going to search 1 die in the caves. He gets a 1, so he's going to pick to locate the statue. So our goblin finds the statue. He's going to get locate statue. That gives him a point. That's his 4th card point. And his 8.5 point. What's a half? 8.5 points that he's gotten. So he did get that, and he turns that in. He's got 1 more search, though. He has woodsman, small campfire. So he has 1 more search. Search, hide, meeting roll. So he loots with 1 die here in the caves. His loot is a search, and fortunately, the statue, since it only has 3 treasures, but he still doesn't find anything, he finds 5. Now, unfortunately, with that roll of a 3, this guy is on him. So, good question. What are we going to do? Don't know. Do not know. We might go and kill that octopus, maybe. We'll think about that in a second. But the Barrow Wight is next. What is he doing? He's heading up into the valley, hiding once. 1, 2, 3. He's going to end up here. Is he hidden or not? That's the question. He is not hidden. That sucks a little bit because that's going to make that fight a little harder for him and his guys. But here come the ghosts right there. Done. They don't keep him waiting. Our Warlock is resting. He's going to enchant. So he pops this black like that. He hides twice, but it doesn't really matter because there's nothing left here to kill him, but he is hidden and done. And our thief is going to go up here, and she's going to hide. Hopefully she doesn't roll a 6. She doesn't. Now, can she discover a 1 or a 4? is going to get her rescue, and that would effectively simulate her stealthing and untying him. No. And we get Howl 4, which is going to draw the next group of goblins. It's actually, strangely, no more or less dangerous for her, which is, really. And so we are done. So let's take a quick look at the fight that we know we're going to have. That's this fight here. And these two guys are on the sheet of the Barrow Wight right now. We're going to lure one because I think this is a winner. I think he's a winner on this side. And the Barrow Wight is going to pull that. And so we want to pull down at the bottom, strangely enough. And we don't care about this side. We do care about this side. We're going to have to play it sort of a little clunky, I think. We want to go... So first round, it doesn't matter because we will go at the same speed as this guy. Well, no, I'm sorry. We'll go faster because we're going to go, longer. Our weapon is longer. So I think our vulnerability is medium. So round one, we're going to play it a little dicey. We're going to play just like this. So what that means is we are actually... So we are not going... So we're not going to play a move. We can play this move. That's fine. And he will hit us if we miss him. But if he stays on this side, he's dead. And if he flips to that side, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to go with that and try to get a kill in relatively quickly here. I don't know if we have to do that. We might be able to slow play it. So we're looking for a 4 or a 3. That's odd, but since we have a breastplate only, we get a 5. So he flips all the way to the top, which sucks. That's what we didn't want to happen. We're going to see if he flips, and if he doesn't, he's still dead. He does not flip. So our long weapon goes and kills him right there, and we have to fatigue a fight, which we will, and we'll fatigue that one and pull back our M4. And we are done with ourselves up top. What about this guy here? Well, this guy here, 4. So they all line up happily. And our guy flips. Now, he's not armored. That's the one thing we have to keep in mind. Our militiaman is not armored. So he flips. He's going to do light damage to him, but he goes first because he has a longer weapon, and he's going to intercept and kill that guy. So we get 4 prowess, not 6 because we didn't kill both of them. So we're going to get 4 prowess. That's 21. So that's intriguing because that's going to be a point of prowess. Finally scored that. We're going to score the rescue. And we're going to sort of score big game, but not quite. So we have 9 cards. We got the prowess point. That gives us 11.5 points. All we have to do is pop a dwelling. So we're going to do big game. We're going to flip it on its side. Shrink it down like that. Rescue is scored. So we can draw that card. It's Weapons Master. I'm going to roll that because you never know. So we might as well roll it right now just to see where it ends up. Where does Weapon Master end up? 2-4, Cavern 4. So way down here, unfortunately. So that's fine. So we'll sit on that for a second. But we're on 11.5 points with that battle. And, frankly, the other fun thing is we now have a buddy also. The ghosts have been killed 3 times today. Or they've been killed every week, haven't they? So this is the 4th kill of the ghosts. They've been killed every week. Like, everybody's like, you know what? Ghosts. Well, screw those guys. Kill them. So we have Our shorts are our militiaman, and now a crossbowman. So we have two thralls. So I picture they're not following willingly. We sort of do some Barrow Wight thrally mojo on them. And now the goblin has to make a call. Does the goblin try for the octopus? So how would you go about trying to kill the octopus? So round one, you are longer on all of your weapons. So what I would do is I think, lure him to the sheet of my guide. And then I would obviously ready my weapon because I can. And then I would play an H because I need an H star damage to kill him. And that's going to give us a 2/3 chance to kill this guy. He won't hit our goblin on that side. So let's see what happens. On a 2, he flips all the way down the bottom, which sort of stinks. And he does not flip over. So that is round 1. On round 2, we will play, I think, the same, but we will play a move also to fatigue. And there you go, round 2. 3. So he's going to flip down to here. He doesn't flip over. We're going to hit him and do tremendous damage and kill him. And we have to fatigue. And I think I will fatigue, strangely enough. I'm going to fatigue M3 to pull back this M4. We've killed this guy. That is going to give us 8 prowess for 40. Is that 2 points? Yes, it is 40 points. It's 2 points. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5. So we are getting there. But it looks like the Barrow Wight is going to beat us, is my guess. But we're going to try our damnedest to make this all happen. Are there any other fights or any other things to deal with? I don't think so, right? She is... She didn't succeed at the search. He is still stuck outside. So we're on our next day. We're on day 25. We don't have big game. Big game, unfortunately, stays in your hand. That sort of sucks. I have to think about how I feel about that. Big game stays in your hand. But, I mean, given that fact, I hate to say it, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. All we have to do is end a phase. So this game effectively is over. We're going to move to the camp. We don't have to end our day there. We don't have to do anything else. We just have to touch the dam. Touch it. Now, the worst part is, we're the enemy of the Lancers. They would actually likely kill us. Like, we don't, really going there is a bad idea. But I don't think... Kill and return to a dwelling to tell a tale. And return, in this case, return means just end your phase there. And so on day 25, he's going to score big game, and that's going to score him his final points pretty much no matter what else happens in the game. So I think we're going to call this one, not early. I mean, we're going to call it. And it's going to be the Barrow Wight scoring 10.5 or 10 points in cards and 12.5 total. And he's going to win it. 12.5 to 9.5 to 5. Could have been 6 if she rescued the guy. To 3. So the Warlock had a rough night. But that's it, man. That was our 12-point sprint. The Barrow Wight did come from behind a little bit. I mean, he was neck and neck. So they battled it out the entire time. And then in the last week, the Barrow Wight pulls really a great week. He does the challenge, he does rescue, and again, it's luck of the draw, right? You get big game and rescue. That's a great. That is a good draw of cards. So I enjoyed that. I hope you guys did also. I really do. Um, Again, please. I'm not doing this for fame and fortune. I'm doing it largely for a little bit of social interaction around one of my favorite games. If you have anything of that you're interested or questions or comments, you want to see different stuff, more stuff, you have suggestions. My question would be suggestions for, say, the Barrow Wight. Again, remember, some of these characters were made for totally different reasons. This guy was obviously made for Expansion 1, and we don't play Expansion 1, so what do we do with them? And like I said, I would just give him... I think of these four characters, I think the Barrow Wight is vaguely broken just in terms of theme. I think the Warlock... I don't love where he ends up with his chits, right? And I get it. The wielder of dark magic energies, and I though he has wide capabilities, he'll need to spend more time resting. I think So here's the thing. I think he is fine. I think he is bad for the quest game because the quest game really, really puts an emphasis on getting your shit done. As opposed to, say, being able to sit in a spot and score victory points off of treasures or killing stuff or whatever. I think the days that he has to rest, to cast his one or two spells that are going to be his money makers is a little bit too much for him. So, and frankly, I suppose my question is, what benefit does he get for having so many asterisks on his magic chit? So, for instance, if he had a magic V2 with 2 asterisks, or a magic V4 with 2, a magic 4 2, then all of a sudden intriguing, right? With 2 asterisks, okay. So now a Fiery Blast is a big deal, but he's got to pay for it. That's a 2 asterisk kill. So I think the next time I would probably consider the Warlock. I would switch up. So part of this is spell choice. So my spell choice was bad because I didn't think of. I thought, okay, well, Melt into Mist, and Melt into Mist was fine. It worked for him. That's a good choice. But I would consider Fiery Blast and either something like a Broomstick or an Absorb Essence. Because if you do Absorb, that's an easier gig. Every time you absorb and you turn into that monster, it's only 2 asterisks. Now, 1 chip is, of course, burned to keep the Absorb going, but it's only 2 asterisks. And then the Fiery Blast, again, is 2 asterisks every time you cast it because... Well, 3. I'm sorry, 3. But it's less. It's less asterisks. So, asterisks? I don't think that's a word. So I think my spell choice was suboptimal. I thought I was being clever with Melt in the Mist. And I don't think it's a bad choice for him. But I don't... But then you're left with no attack option. I mean, and the attack option I picked was Drain Life. You could also do Absorb. Again, I don't think that's a bad one. Because then you would just hone in on the one guy you wanted to absorb, and you would absorb him, and you'd be done. And then you would use the 1 black chip to power that. So, I'm not going to change him, other than I would give him a couple dudes on the board to be friendly with, and I think that would help him a little bit, right? So the Bashkars, the Woodfolk, it doesn't give him that much power because, again, these guys aren't on the board to start. He's still unfriendly with everybody who, patrols soldiers in order. So I think that's what I would go with. The Barrow Wight, absolutely, I'm going to change him. I'm literally going to take one of these chips and swap it out for a Type 4 and give him 4, 5, 6, and 8. I think that's what he's going to end up with. And yeah, that does. I mean, I think his magic types are novel. 5, 6, and 7 is not something that you're going to see. But I also don't think it makes a great deal of sense. So I am okay switching it out. If feel free to bitch at me in the comments. And I'm sorry, Roberto. If I'm, I just got the achievement. How fitting! I'm drinking alcohol and playing tabletop sim for like some ungodly number of hours. So, hey, cheers, guys! Cheers! I'm glad you're here with me. I will talk to you all later. Good night and have a good one. That's it. Talk to you.